welcome back. Bruce Porter joins us now for this week's Dollars and Cents segment. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
All right.
And
I love your green shirt.
Very green and summery, which I like.
Thank you.
You're in the spirit.
Are you staying cool? Only right here in the studio.
Yeah, in here we are.
I know.
But not outside.
All right, here is the question for today. I want to retire early and not sure if I can. What should I be thinking about, and how can I determine if I can?
Boy, it's what we all dream about, right?
Yes, we do.
We want to work, and then we want to retire and play and travel and do stuff we want, things like that. Well, today we're going to talk about 3 of the 6 things that are kind of things we need to consider.
Okay.
The very first one is the emotional stress of retiring early. Now,
That doesn't make sense to
Yeah,
me.
you'd think you'd be stress-free.
unbelievably, everybody thinks, oh, I want to retire. But you know what happens? They
What?
retire and they're not emotionally ready for it. They have a little bit of depression. They have a sense of their worth going down. They don't have a plan,
Like a
for
purpose in
what
life.
they're going to
Right,
do.
right.
Their purpose has disappeared. Men, we thrive on our work.
Right.
All right, and that's
true.
kind of a known fact. Men, you know, the more we work, the more proud we are of what we do. That gives us a sense of worth. It gives us a purpose. Provide for our families, things like
Right.
that. Now all of a sudden,
Okay.
we're retired, so we're not working anymore. So now the things you got to think about: you need a plan. You need something to do in retirement. You need to find a hobby, right? Everybody says that. Well, that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
One thing to think about, a lot of retirees, they go out and get a paycheck they love instead of a paycheck they need.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
So
I
they
gotcha.
work part-time, they find an interest, they find something they're interested in, and they go out and they get a job. Now, it might be working at a tackle shop. It might be working at a golf course. It might be greeting people at Walmart. It's whatever a person loves to do to keep them active, keep their mind active, give them a little pocket money to play with, things like that. Now,
Interesting.
so that's the emotional. There is an emotional strain on making that decision. Now, before you retire, and I'm going to say, let's just say 6 months before you retire, you need to establish a retirement budget. Now, in that budget, you got your fixed expenses and you've got your play expenses and things like that. Try to live within the budget of what your retirement income will be, not your current income. Because
Okay.
when you're working, you're making more money.
So
So
you're
if you're going to
practicing?
retire,
You're kind of practicing for what you're going to need to do.
that's right. And
Wow, that's
practice
good.
for 6 months. Now, here's the key to that. If you have to dip into your savings, or if you have to use a credit card because you just can't quite get that done monthly or whatever, then you're probably not ready to retire because your income would not be sufficient
Right.
enough to support
That's a
that
great
standard
idea.
of living. So you might want to consider doing that, kind of a practice
See
retirement.
how you would do.
Oh, that's good.
Absolutely.
Interesting,
Oh, that's
isn't
good.
that?
And you know the one
Okay.
thing we can't think, got to remind ourselves, don't forget about inflation, cost of living.
Yep,
It's going to be
absolutely.
going up
Right.
as we get older. Now, number 3, the one thing that is very important when you're going to retire early, let's say a person at 59 or 60 wants to retire, right? What's the biggest hurdle that is going to hit them right off the bat?
Health insurance.
Absolutely.
That's something I always think about. You gotta
Medicare
have-
doesn't kick
yeah.
in till age 65. So the need of affordable health care from that point in life till you reach Medicare
60, yeah.
age. So you're going to have to incorporate that into your budget because that's going to be a big draw against a fixed income.
For sure.
Once you retire, you are voluntarily being unemployed.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
exactly.
Wow, that's good
So
thing to
now
think
you've got a fixed income, and if your health care goes up, we know insurance goes up.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Home
my
insurance,
gosh, yeah.
property taxes, car insurance. I mean, it's
There's
all
a lot
it's
to think
crazy.
about.
There is a lot.
Absolutely.
It
Okay,
keeps
so
everyone-
you've
yeah.
covered 3 of the 6 you said. Are you
Right.
going to be teasing the other 3 maybe coming up in a few weeks then?
Yeah, next week we're going to cover the final 3 of this. The main thing, and we'll summarize it next week as well, but the main thing we have to think about is sustainable monthly income that will provide us a standard of living that is acceptable to me and my family and we can live with into retirement. 'Cause